info.
A very good morning and good evening to all the friends from different parts of the world. I welcome you all to the weekly My Time program. So, the My Time program is the program designed to give ourselves the me time. On a Sunday morning, we dedicate this space to meditate, to discuss various wisdom topics, and share our doubts. So, last week we discussed about breath. So those who have missed the session can watch the recordings on IFSS YouTube channel. This week we are going to discuss about another beautiful topic, and I would like to thank all the partners of the program. Shambhala Solutions from India, Breath Universe from Australia, Omega Pyramid from USA, and Joy from USA. So this week's session is hosted by Breath Universe Australia. So the program was designed with 40 minutes of meditation and the wisdom topic and Q&A. So to proceed with the session, To start the session with the meditation, I'd like to invite Mr. Sunil from Bangalore, trustee of IFSS. Over to you, Sunil, sir. Thank you.
Hello, ma'am. Good morning. Am I audible? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Very good morning and good evening, everyone who have joined from different corners of the globe. Thank you so much for joining. Sunday morning, I know there are many other reasons for us to stay, aloof, relax. It's a time to relax and it's time to do nothing. But we all have found our space to do something during this 1.5 hour time. Thank you so much for joining. Yes, as ma'am said, let us now straight away get into meditation. We'll have a wonderful session with Hari after the meditation. So most of us, I think, know the tips, know how to meditate, how to sit and meditate. But in case if there are anyone new, let me just quickly guide through how to sit. What we're going to do is we're going to meditate. We're going to do Anapanasati meditation. So this Anapanasati meditation is discovered by Gautama Buddha long back, and it is with this meditation Gautama Buddha actually got enlightened. So the process is very simple. All we need to do is sit comfortably, clasp your fingers, cross your feet or cross your legs if you're sitting down on a floor, and close the eyes and observe the breath. That's all this meditation technique is all about. So I'll guide you through step by step. First of all, gather yourself, sit comfortably in the place that you are now. Sit with absolute comfort. In case you're wearing spectacles, you may remove them. We don't need spectacles during meditation. Sthira Sukhasana. So the body has to be at complete ease to begin with. So in case you want to lean the back, just take support of your back, either the wall or chair or wherever you're sitting. Or if there is no wall, absolutely fine. Ideally, erect the spine, but it's okay. If you want to droop down, absolutely no problem. Do not strain your back. Look around the room. Just be aware of everything. There may be sounds, pleasant or unpleasant. It's absolutely okay. The room temperature. Just be aware of everything around. Now, bring your awareness to your body. The place you're sitting. Keep your fingers clasped. Just interlock the fingers into each other. Place them on your lap. Cross your feet if you're sitting on a chair or a sofa. Or cross your legs if you're sitting on the floor. Now, slowly, you may now close your eyes. Take a couple of deep breaths. Let us first relax the body. Let's scan from head to toe. How is your forehead, your eyebrows? Loosen them a bit. Your mouth, chin, teeth. Let them be relaxed completely during the next 40 minutes. Drop your jaw. Relax your neck, shoulders, arms. The fingers, are they locked with stress? Just loosen your fingers a bit. How is your upper back, your lower back? Relax. Your thigh muscles, calf muscles, your ankle. Make adjustments if needed. The body is now in a complete relaxed state. Now, bring your awareness from your body to your breath. Breathe naturally. Just observe your ingoing and outgoing breath. No judgment, no thinking, no visualization, no guru, no God, no deity, nothing. We are going to be with our own natural ingoing and outgoing breath. If thoughts come, just cut the thoughts and come back to breath. Don't fight with the thought. Don't question the thought. Don't engage yourself with the thought. Mind is, after all, like that. It's absolutely fine. For some time, just park the thoughts aside and come back to your breath. We'll play music in the background, but let our attention be only on our breath. Cut the thoughts and come back to your breath. Stay connected with your breath. Just be aware of them. Please come back to your breath, my dear friends. Just be with your breath. Wonderful, my dear friends. Please be with your breath. Just be with your breath. wonderful friends. Please continue being with your breath. Last 5 minutes. Last 1 minute, friends. Please be with your breath. Please do not open your eyes yet. Slowly bring your awareness to your body. Please take your time. Just be aware of your body. Now be aware of the surroundings. Whenever you're ready, you may now unclasp your fingers and place them on your eyes for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Whenever you're comfortable, slowly open your eyes and keep a smile for yourself for giving that commitment of beautiful 40 minutes to yourself, to your meditation. Thank you so much, friends. Thank you so much. I'll now pass it on to Pavitra ma'am to take it forward. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. That was a wonderful meditation session. I completely enjoyed it. Thank you. Thank you, sir. So, friends, next we can move on to the next part of the session. So, I'd like to invite Mr. Hari Kris from Melbourne, Australia, for sharing the today's wisdom about today's session on inner voice. Mr. Hari is the founder of a community group called Breath Universe. He is an ardent meditation practitioner for more than 25 years and teaching meditation for more than 20 years. He has conducted a number of meditation sessions in India, Australia, USA, and Singapore. He is a member of International Meditation Teachers Association and Meditation Teachers Association, Australia. He has experienced immense benefits by meditation, and he would like to give the meditation to all around he would like to give the meditation to the people around, and he believes that this is the passion and purpose of his life. Thank you, Hari sir. I would like to invite you for sharing the today's session.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much for the intro and welcome. Hello, everyone. So I'm sure some of you or most of you might have already seen me in quite a few other programs before. So I'm Hari from Melbourne, Australia, in short, and have been meditating from past 25 years and teaching this wisdom. So we had wonderful meditation. So glad that I joined little late, so I got the opportunity to meditate. One small thing that I miss, in these sessions, usually is I end up conducting meditation, So, so I miss meditating together most of the time, giving the guidance and things like that. So when I get this opportunity to meditate along, I feel so happy and glad. So that way, it's really good um, in my point of view. So thank you so much for a wonderful meditation, Sunil. I enjoyed it. Thank you. Alrighty. So we'll start. It's going to be a talk, short talk with a Q&A for this time and on this program. So it sometimes it's talk and sometimes it's interactive. It seems it looks like as we have done before. But let's make it like I want to share a few things about this um, word called inner voice / intuition. Okay, so say inner voice or intuition. I'll tell a couple of. This is not a new word, right? So this is like grinded word for many of the spiritual aspirants. Like, you know what, I'm intuitive. I have this inner voice. What exactly it is, and then what's my take about it? What's my dimension of understanding of it by experience, not just by theory? Um, so there was a small situation or a scenario that I have read in one of the articles I would like to share, and then ask a question if someone can answer. There was a woman, apparently this happened or supposedly happened in London on a rainy night. She had her dinner with a best friend. Okay. And then she lives in the city in London. So a few streets past, she went to a restaurant and had a dinner and then had spent really nice time with her best friend. And she finished her dinner and then while walking back to her home, she was so happy, smiling, remembering all the conversations or childhood memories that she had. She was thinking about the dinner and the nice time that she spent, and she was walking back. And there were two routes to come back to her home while walking back through the streets. And one is a shortcut, but a bit poorly lit street, like not many lights in that street. But if it is a well lit and well crowded street in the night, that's a bit far, that's around. So she chose to take that short route, like unconsciously. She's just walking. She always takes that shortcut to go back home, right? So she took, but as soon as she entered that street, right, she got this um, someone inside spoke to her saying that, why are you going this route? Don't go. Take a longer route. It's poorly lit and not much of light. So she got this, heard this voice from inside, or some sort of a logical explanation that kicked in from inside, saying that, hey, don't go this side. Okay. And then, but still she took that route. And she saw a man. After a few minutes, she heard some footsteps arriving from behind, a man coming from behind. And then and she heard him talking, asking, where are you going? Okay, that's it. And she screamed, she shouted, and then she ran home. And then thinking that, you know what, I should have followed my inner voice / intuition to not to go in that route. I almost fell into the danger. Right now, my question is: this inner voice, is this intuition? Can anyone throw a light? What's your view on it? Whatever that she got, was it intuition or inner voice? Anyone can say, yes, it is inner voice or intuition, or no, it is not. What is it? Any thoughts? Okay. All right, you are on Zoom. So if not voice, how many of you think that it is inner voice or intuition? Raise your hand on Zoom. Just click the button. Okay, inner intuition, inner voice, yes, okay. Anyone else? Yes, inner voice, thumbs up on Zoom. Okay. All right. So now I would inner voice. Yes, okay, good. Now I would like to deny that it is inner voice or intuition. I'll tell you why. Okay, I'll tell you why. There are so many minds within us, so many minds. Okay, so there is outer layer of mind which we know about our life right now. Okay, that's the top layer. So top layer is about, okay, I'm working, I have kids, I have family, I have this age, I have these situations, I have, based on that, it takes decisions, it analyzes and throws a logic, right? As we go deeper, we have many layers of this mind where we have so many learnings. We have so many layers of learnings. We have so many layers of understandings that we have as we go down. Okay. So what happens is when this lady got this intuition, let's call it intuition or inner voice, right? When she got this inner voice, she got a clear logical understanding of it that, why are you going this way? The street is poorly lit. It is dark. And this lane has no one in there. Not many people in there. Don't go that side, is the voice that she has heard from inside. Okay. But thing is, there's so much of logic within where the learnings she had from her childhood that, if a street is dark, there could be a danger. If there are not many people at night in the street and when you are walking, there could be a danger. And when the actual situation happens also, when someone asks from behind that, where are you going? This man could be a danger. So there is a logical pathway in telling her that, whatever that the feeling or the inner voice that she had got had a strong logical base or a learning base. So this is, yes, definitely a voice, but thing is, who is talking is a deeper layers of our mind, deeper layers of our learning, deeper layers of our understanding. So most of the times when we have this kind of inner talk that we have, we are not talking about whether that is right or wrong right now. Okay. All that we are talking, I want to dissect today is what is the inner voice that I am talking about and what is this inner voice that we have. So most of the times, the one who is talking inside us logically, or sometimes we even hear it, right? With our senses, we can clearly see that someone is talking, right? So this is mostly the deeper layers of mind, even the unconscious shades of our mind, which talks to us, which will have a logical base as well to a larger extent. And most of the times, It is our mother who is talking. It is our parents who are talking. It is our society who is talking. It is our religion which is talking. It is our culture which is talking. It is our tradition which is talking. What we have learned and what we have gathered for years together would be giving that insight. We may not be aware of at what point of her age, let's say in my example, at what point of her age she got this understanding, or who told her initially that, you know what, if a street is dark, maybe there is risk. Okay, maybe something is there. Someone might have told her. She don't even remember who told her that. How she got that particular understanding is something that she may not know. It is the actual situation or actual scenario of who taught her might be hiding somewhere down there in the unconscious layers of the mind. But from that unconscious layers, when she was happy, she was almost good, accessing her natural self of, remembering her wonderful moment. She was calm, she was happy there. She was her natural self in terms of just met her best friend. She's not thinking about any of her problems, but thinking about something nice that has happened. Then she has gone a bit more deeper into the unconscious layers of the mind, where the learnings were talking to him, talking to her, or telling her, prompting her in terms of, what to do and what not to do, which might be right in this scenario, which is right. Like, what, her past understandings have given her a clear view into what is safe and what is unsafe for her. Yeah. But thing is, it is still about, it is still having a strong mind. That's all. We still have mind, but a stronger mind, a deeper mind. There is something called a true inner voice or an intuition beyond mind. And this intuition doesn't throw any logical references or won't have any logical base. With what we are supposed to do. And it is not a voice. No one talks. If someone is talking inside and explaining you things, it is not, it is a deeper, stronger mind that is taking more deeper experiences, even probably from past life experiences. It is accessing the information and giving us a logical conclusion towards what we need to do and what we are not supposed to do. We can call that gut. But the true intuition or the true inner voice that we are talking about spiritually is there beyond the mind, beyond all this deeper mind as well, which happens in total silence only. When we totally go beyond our mind fully, and when we are in utter silence, when we are in this thoughtless state, that is where we start to feel without any logic, like a painting on a white paper, out of the blue. We don't hear the voice, but we feel it, we know it. There is no logical reference that it might happen or might not happen, but we feel it and we know it and we realize it, and there is no logical backup for it as well. We just know it. It's not about my inner voice is telling whether I should do it or not. That question won't exist, because this question comes when mind gives a logical reference to it. We validate the logical reference, but there is no question of or point of validating it. When this true inner voice of the inner feeling comes in the thoughtless state, there is no point of even revalidating it. We know it. But thing is, to go to this layer of intuition, the meditation should go so deep inside, cutting this inner talk as well at one point. Because inner talk, as we meditate, right, the mind becomes stronger. We go more deeper to the unconscious layers of the mind, which is a initial days of first few, sessions of this meditation. We go really deep into our mind. Our mind becomes so strong because the understanding that we act in our real life is not going to be just last 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. It goes so deep into the past lives as well, where we have some total of this logical gathering of the knowledge. And from that, this inner talk comes. You know what? Now I have a full understanding of what happened 10 years back right now. I have access to that information. And then this talks. But eventually, if we really want to access the space of intuition, we have to enter into the space of total silence, utter silence. Only in that utter silence is where we'll be able to feel and know what exactly is intuition or what needs to be done in our life. And what is this intuition that happens only in an utter silence is because this ability of intuition is nothing but a connection between the immortal and the mortal. The mind is mortal. Even the mind that we have, the sum total of the collections, we kill it, and once we die, it's gone. We leave the mind. So what is this space is in the silence? What it does is it accesses what we are from the immortal and then connects it to this mortal self. I use this word called just knowing, not we don't have a logical reasoning of why we are feeling like this. No, we just know it by default. I know that I am going to do this. I know that I am this. I know I have this. I know this is me. I know this is why I'm here for. I know this is how I need to talk. I know it. There is no question of going back or front. There is no question of deciding yes or no. There is no question of having this correlation. Okay? So I know it. So there is one other example that we have in deciding. This is one example that I have given with this woman from the London who is walking in the street. But while we meditate, there is another thing that we all do. Okay? Now meditation, everyone said that, you know what, you will get intuitive, you will have this inner voice. So now to do what you want to do, you have to meditate. Okay, I sat for meditation. And then this beautiful thing that came from inside saying that, you know what, stop what you're doing and become a painter. Okay, quit my job, I want to become a painter, and then started painting. Okay, because my inner voice said I have to become a painter. And then I became a painter. I'm painting, I'm feeling so happy, I'm doing what I want to do. But somehow no one is buying my paints. No one is buying my paintings, and it's not working out to feed me my food or my family or whatever, right? And I am having these hurdles. And then I sat again, and then again I got this understanding. You know what? You should have perseverance. You should stand on to what you want to do. You should keep trying. You should not give up. Wow. Good boosting now. Now again I sit and then I have this boosting and I try hard. Okay, whatever happens, I will not give up. I will do it. Okay, I'll keep painting and I'll keep doing. Then again, it's not working. You know what? Yeah, see, I'm strong, I'm spiritual, I'm meditating, I have strong mind, I do it. Okay, sitting and then again I'm pursuing. It's not working. Then I sat, and this time I'm questioning strongly. You know what? I'm standing on it. I'm fighting hard, but it's not working. Maybe painting is not what I'm supposed to do. Tell me what I'm supposed to do. It is not working out. Then this inner voice comes and beautifully says, you know what? Painting is not yours. You should balance your life. Now you start your new business. Okay? That is like, oh, you know what? Yes, this is why I am unable to get into this. Painting is my passion. Now I have to balance my life by doing business and earning some money. Okay, now we start this business. And then we start business. We are doing well there. We are doing so good. At one point, the straight line comes. And then again, we go inside and then say, you know what? I'm doing business, but I'm not having this inner satisfaction. Now what to do? Now it gives some other new suggestion of going it. So many of us do this, right? Running after intuition, especially after doing meditation and after getting into spirituality, we get this new push from inside. You know what? Now is the time I want to do what I want to do. I want to teach meditation to everyone. I want to be a great painter. I want to be a great singer. And my inner voice is guiding me, and my inner voice is telling me, let me keep going. The problem here is our inner voice will never tell us what to do and what not to do. When I say inner voice, the space from where the silence is originating from doesn't tell us about a logical actions that we need to take. Oh, become a painter, become this, become that. Is something that doesn't come from this intuition. This is inner talk, a deeper mind. Our suppressed, pushed down passions. I wanted to become a painter in my childhood. I pushed it. Now I'm meditating, and then this inner voice, hey, you have this pending thing from a long time. Just do it. Okay, your mind is telling. Back then, my mind was not strong. Now this happy thing, this freedom space. Now motivators like Hari says, you can do anything. Meditate, you can do anything. Pushed so hard, pumped up. And then now, you know what? Take out all the older passions and do it. I'm not saying it's wrong, but this is not intuition. This is still inner talk. Your mind is talking to you. Sometimes it's what the learning suppressions, depressions is what is talking to us, and we take these as intuitions, thinking that if I do it, my life would be settled. No, that's not intuition. That's not inner voice. Inner voice doesn't give logical implementation. What is this inner voice then? When we are sitting in this meditation, cutting even this thought of become a painter. Okay, that's okay. I'll become a painter. Can you please go? Please, aside. Give me some way I'm meditating. Oh, you know what? You become this. This is your vision. The world is welcoming you to do this. You're seeing these lines. Oh, can you please wait? Well, can you please go aside? Let me go. Cut all these things and then go beyond, where you will enter into this wonderful space of silence. And that's when you will start knowing what you are. Not logically. Not logically. It is about our strength. It is about our preparation for how we want to be in each of these situations. See, I am trying to explain logically about what we feel illogically. Okay, it is about our state. It is about our preparation to do whatever. See, what we do, what we want to do is a different thing. But thing is, how we want to be is a different thing. So inner voice is all about how we need to be, what we are. Inner voice is about what we are and not about what we do. The intuition is about not what we want to do, it is about what we are. When we know what we are, what we are supposed to, what we are supposed to do is bound to happen, isn't it? When we know that we are sugar, the sweetness is bound to happen, yes or no? Yeah, we are sugar, but in our mind there is some suppressed desire of becoming a spicy food, and then now we try to do, then the suppressed desire comes out, and then we try to make, something spicy, putting the sugar in, and then it doesn't work out, and we blame our intuition, we blame our inner voice, we blame our inner talk and everything. Do we know that we are sugar first? So to realize that we are sugar, there is no logic, right? It is about understanding what we are, knowing what we are, and it is about connecting that immortal self, or the knowledge of that immortal self, linking to this mortal self. Then we realize, you know what, I'm sugar. See, this is my intuition. Why are we sugar? Why are you sugar? What is the answer? No, I came here as sugar. I wanted to be sugar always. That's me. That's my true self. In this life, I have decided to be sugar and experience this life as sugar. Once we know that, then it doesn't matter whether we paint, whether we dance, whether we, do a job, with whatever that we do, the sweetness reflects. Or if we are spice, that spiciness reflects. And that's what makes us more beautiful. That's what makes us more fruitful and purposeful. What is the purpose of my life? Our purpose of our life is to make the ingredients with what we are. And what are we? Who's telling what we are? In this silence, this whisper of telling this logical self who we are. Hey, you are a sugar. You are sugar. See here, you are a sugar. That's what it is talking in this silence. It is whispering in this silence that, you know what we are. And then from then, we take that sugar and then use the mind. Yes, do you want to become a painter? Do you want to make sweet? Do you want to make, a drink? Do you want to make something? What are the suppressed things that we have? Or what are the desires that we have? What are the experience that we wanted to take? That is the next layer of the intuition, where what exactly we feel like doing with the sugar, and what we need to cut and what we need to keep in the mind to be able to live like what I am right now. So what I say is, when we meditate, if you really have to do something and if you want to see the inner talk, use the inner talk, yes, do it. But the thing is, you're still talking to mind. But if you really want to realize intuitively what you are, intuition is the language of the soul, which tells us what we are, who we are, and why we have come here, and what are we exactly. It helps us logically translate us. See, we are all souls, but we came here as some ingredient, right? A soul comes as a sugar, some comes as a spice, comes as sour, different tastes. We took a certain taste to live and experience that certain taste in this life. So this intuition helps us translate us and tell us, you know what, you are sugar. And what we want to do with the sugar is called free will, is another ability that has been given to us to be able to execute this. And for that, we can use a lower layers of this intuitive ability or inner talk, I would say, not the inner voice, inner talk. So talk happens here, right? And voice happens here, yes or no? This is voice, and what we talk using the tongue and everything. So we push the voice from here, and we know here what we need to talk, the soul, okay? And then here comes the sugar. We want to make it like a voice. What happens here can be a voice, can be a movement, can be a movement from, you know what, okay, go there is what it says. Then I use my legs, not the voice, yes or no? And that's one expression. Likewise, from here, if I want to talk, it becomes the voice. And this is example, intuition. Okay, we know that we need to talk. What's happening here is a voice, and this is the outer layer which is required to execute what we need, what I want to talk. So there's 3 layers like it. So likewise, there is something called a mortal self, soul, which tells us what we are through the self-intuitive sense or ability to sense what we are. And once we know what we are, we always have that intuitive ability. We always remain and have that intuitive ability of what we are. We act with that awareness of what we are. And from there, we give it to the mind, and with all the information that it has previously, and this understanding of intuitive ability of realizing what we are at every minute. It's not that, you know, I gave this example called sugar, but thing is, it's not just one ingredient we are. We are various layers of experiences that we wanted to have in this life, right? So the sum total of those experiences are crystallized here. Those experiences are not about, okay, I want to experience the heights, okay, for example. And how you want to experience the heights is different. It could be a roller coaster, it could be a gliding, it could be, you know, bungee jump, it could be anything. Not talking about the experiences. It is about knowing the sum total of these experiences comes out of this silence. You know what? You'll be thrilled by this. That's sort of a sense ability. Coming back, before going into the Q&A session, what I want to say is, don't be deceived by this inner talk, thinking that it is the intuitive ability. It is still the mind, but the deeper layers of the mind. I'm not telling it's useless, but that's not you. Don't get misled by this inner talk. Anything logically that you are getting is still the mind, is still the conditioning, still the programming that is coming out. We have to go into this utter silence and listen to it. You don't even talk back when that intuitive ability comes. You know, this is another sign that you don't talk back to it. What is there in the silence to talk? You want to immerse yourself more and more, dilute more and more into the silence and become one with it, and where all the understanding, all the visions, or all the abilities that you will start realizing in that sense, with this sense called intuitive ability. Science has gone to a level of this inner talk level, which they are calling it as intuition right now, in terms of, you know what, from the unconscious layers of the self, this understanding is coming out as intuition, is what this definition that's there in the science. But thing is, in reality, there is something beyond that which happens in the pure utter silence, which connects us to this immortal self. That's what we need to connect to. So that is why when we are meditating, if there is no need, if there is no, there are two scenarios which we'll have in our life. One, to have a stronger mind in some scenarios, like I have a problem, I have to solve it. For that, I need to cut all the unnecessary thoughts and have only necessary thoughts. So I can go a bit more deeper into my mind and then access all the information and execute it. Okay. But when we are sitting in meditation, I would say if we don't have any pressing problem, don't try to logically question anything. Instead, try to immerse into this silence. Cut every logical thought and also logical conversation that is happening inside. Cut everything and then go into the silence. And once we open our eyes from that silence, we'll wake up with the ability. We'll wake up with this inner ability already, knowingly. We'll open up our eyes with our new ability to be able to face fears, to be the ability to be able to face our, all blocks, different blocks that we have. So that space is what we need to access, and that happens only with silence, in silence, and not with any of the logical references. Good, we need to use our logical inferences. Having a strong logical self is required to experience anything deeper or perfectly. But that's not intuition, that's inner talk. There is a wonderful, beautiful space where you can access your intuitive ability in the silence, where you will by default have this feeling of what you are. There is a knowing there, knowing it already. If we know it, there's no question about it. There's no understanding about it. It's knowing. And that knowing happens in this space. Okay? It's a bit complicated topic because I'm going beyond the logic, but I wanted to try today somehow on this platform, so I tried it. So that's about it for the talk. So I'm open to take any questions if you have, or if there is any confusion, because I touched a topic which is really, really narrow and niche.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks. Yes, thanks, Patra.
Friends, do we have any questions? Please raise your hands. So personally, for me, this is the game changer session. So I was actually thinking like everything is set. So I need to work on this. Now I feel like I need to start from scratch. So
Thank you, ma'am.
yeah.
It's very tough because we are. See, it could be spiritually demotivating for a few people because we tend to. That's why initially for the basic meditators, I would say I don't talk about this topic because it could be demotivating. Because as soon as we go into our mind, we get all these suppressed thoughts out, and then yes, to some extent we have to bring it out and then try out and then get rid of them. But at one point we should go beyond them as we meditate more and more. Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you. So because
You don't need to ask any question, you can say something. I'm more than happy to take your insight as well.
Hey, hi, Hari. Thank you very much. It was a fantastic session, and as Pavitra rightly mentioned, she has stolen the words from me actually. So
Yeah,
I'm new to this journey. It's hardly 1 year and couple of months. Last year, my time session I started this journey,
beautiful.
And after this session, I feel like that as if, I'm making fool of myself, accepting the things, okay, ye ho raha, wo ho raha, this is what happening, this is my inner voice and this and that. It's totally shattered me completely. And, uh, I, I'm totally confused now, what have I been doing for last, totally confused me completely,
Then I'm
I was simply
successful.
smiling and laughing. Definitely. So,
No, absolutely.
so
Thank. Go for it.
I think it's kind of, when you start something, then you start seeing some fruits here and there, and that look are so lucrative, you get distracted and go there without understanding that, journey is long and deep. So
Exactly.
I really appreciate and thank you very much for, shaking me up. Otherwise, I
Thanks.
was feeling okay. I'm going right way, right way, right way. You
No,
are
thank.
totally, thank you very much, Hari. I appreciate this session. Fantastic.
And thing is, we are not going back anywhere with this. This is the journey we need to take. So the graph in spirituality, it's been 25 years, and I still see it, and I start to get used to it. The graph goes up with the learning, and then at one point, once we start settling down, something comes and jolts, and then we come down, and then we know that, you know what, there is a new dimension to it. It's not it. And then we again take a new dimension, and then again it's there, and then again we come down. So this graph going up and down is actually the right kind of journey. So every time we go in and out, in and out, in and out, so that at one point of time we learn that, you know what, there is so much in deep and so much up there. So uh, but absolutely, yes. Thank you so much. So I confused you, my real success.
No. So, Hari, the question is now,
Yes.
getting to the question, see,
Yes.
when we get into the journey, start doing the meditation, and we see a lot of changes and things are happening, and
Yes.
like I take my example, I was very aggressive, and trying to transforming myself from very reactive or just respond to question to now listening mode, and
Yes.
uh, those kind of thing, so is this which layer of the mind, it's reacting at the, first layer, very itself, I am there, and I'm keeping happy. Okay, I've changed now, so you
Yes.
tell me where.
No, that's just a very good. Now, thing is, uh, my experience of it uh, personally is there is nothing like a changed thing. Like there is nothing like a end product in life. Change itself is life. Okay. So once we changed, there is nothing like, okay, now I am changed. No, change is life. It continuously changes, it continuously transforms. Okay. So what you have changed now, yes, we have to experience it and enjoy it and, take things from it. But then there will be a situation that comes to your life. Again, you have to change. Let's say, for example, you are an angry person, right? And then suddenly a change comes, you become a calm person. Okay. But there will come probably a situation where you have to
It will
again be
trigger.
angry. Okay, you have to bring it in. So why this happens scientifically, we are all energy, right? We are all, everything is energy, right? Energy has only one nature to it, one quality to it. You know what is the quality? It moves.
Moves, flow.
It moves always. And that is the nature of it. Nature of energy itself is moving. So we cannot stop. If we stop, it takes a turn. If we put a hand there, it takes a turn and then go back. So if we try to stop a light by putting something, by science that it
Understand.
hits and then takes a turn, right? So energy moves. That means everything continuously changes, continuously transforms, and that is the journey that we need to be in to be able to transform ourselves, take the experiences, have this journey of life, and then move forward. And once we get into that pace of change and movement, right, we are enlightened. Means we are catching up with energy. We are catching up with the pace of the universe, pace of the connected with that oneness, which is always moving, which is ever expanding. If you have heard of this Big Bang theory or whatever, right? There is something called Mula Chaitanya, or a core consciousness, which had a big bang and then it started expanding. It started ever expanding, right? Now our conscious ability, our mind thinks that, we are not moving, we have to be stagnant, we have to be this, culture, religion, this, we're so stagnant, not catching up with that pace. That is why we are struggling. Once we get into that pace of change, then we are enlightened. We are ever changing. We are with the pace of the universe. You see? So don't settle for anything in life, is what I would say. I mean,
Yeah.
don't settle for anything in spirituality. Anything may happen and it ever change. Okay?
Thanks a lot. Thank you very
Thank
much,
you so
Hari.
much. Very nice talk.
Gratitude.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That's a wonderful question. Yeah. Anything else? Okay. No questions, then that's fine as well. So I enjoyed this session a lot too. I know I touched some of the very, very strong points today, but meant to, I guess. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Friends, I'd like to invite Rajan sir, Chairman of IFSS, to share a few words.
Do we have
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello. Yes, Hari.
Hello, sir.
It was wonderful about your inner voice, but I really appreciated what you said, particularly when you said it is silence that is required. Ultimately, it is silence that is required. Now, for this, I would like to, in fact, it's my habit to quote books or refer to books. And in this connection, I am reminded of Michael A. Singer, who wrote the book Surrender Experiment. Okay. If you read the book, those who have read the book, perhaps they would be knowing that he was a person who first read the book Autobiography of a Yogi by Paramahamsa Yogananda, and then Four Pillars of Wisdom, that is Zen book. And later on, he decided he will not stick to anything. He'll just go the way the universe wants him. So he always quotes the universe saying that this is what I want, but I will never refuse anything. I will never negate anything. Okay, that was his principle, and that is the way we should go. Now, here I would like to quote from my own experiences or my family experiences. Here, there were the days, initial days in 1998. I took to Patriji's system, and Patriji became my the greatest guru that I ever wanted to associate myself with. But then I found even in the initial first year or second year, there were certain occasions when my wife started getting the voice directly. Okay, so that is known as a direct voice, but at the same time, this is not to be confused with something else which is also available in the spiritual realm. But this is what is known as clairaudience, what she was getting. So I'll give you an example. One day when she was about to go, when it was raining, and then she looked and searched for that umbrella when she was going to the office, but she couldn't get it. Then she immediately just stood in silence, waiting to decide what to do, whether to go in the rain or not. She got the voice, "Why do you need an umbrella?" Understand? She could not believe it. How is it she's getting the voice? But this is the first time she was getting it, okay? Now, gradually, she started getting a lot of voices like that many times. And even when she overslept, possibly, someone taps her or she gets the voice, get up, it's time to meditate at 4 o'clock in the morning. So these are all incidents which have been happening to her for quite some time, Only later, when I got this book, Dictionary of Mind and Spirit by Donald Wilson. Okay. If you read this book, you'll know what it is. I was wondering what it is. Of course, got it within a year or so, because I spoke to Patriji to talk about books. Then he referred this book to me. So I could understand then that it is nothing but clairaudience. Clairaudience means hearing of voices telling the listener what to say, what to do. Okay. How does this happen? You may not believe it. Science cannot believe it. Understand? But it happens. At least in my life, in my family members' lives, it has happened. So for all this, what is it to be done? Why do I not get it? I don't get any clairaudience capacity. So as you said, when you observe silence, you will know what is to be done. So coming down to what exactly is to be done is you start analyzing in what state of chakra you are. You start with Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Anahata, and then go on like this up to Ajna chakra. So once you are able to improve the chakras in from which you are, then naturally clairaudience occurs. That is why I want to read from this book what they say particularly. It says, awakening or developing the throat chakra encourages the clairaudient faculty, although it is the brow center, the so-called third eye, that is most closely associated with paranormal perception. Okay. And whether the information is translated by the mind into pseudo-visual or pseudo-auditory terms may be purely a matter of habit rather than an indication of which chakra is activated. So what I want to say is ultimately it is this, that we have to improve our own meditative levels to the highest so that we should be able to meditate at any place. Osho used to say you should be able to meditate even in a market, in a fish market, where there is so much sound, you should be able to meditate there. So closing the eyes and then sitting in meditation, even if you are sitting in a bus which is crowded with a lot of noise, etc., if you are able to do that, then gradually your chakra levels also get improved. It gets activated rather. So this is all that I have to say, that as you keep on improving your chakras or raising your chakras, chakra level is what is important, and then you will be getting all the important advice that you need. So in surrender experiment, Michael Singer says everything that he got was only through his own development of his mental capacity through meditation. He built a temple in the area, and Patriji happened to visit Michael Singer and speak to him. In fact, they wanted to translate the book in Telugu. Then he said, "The choice is yours. You can decide to do it. But then I have some understanding with people who are publishing my book. But then if you want to do it for internal circulation, there's no problem at all." So he gave his consent for translating the book, and right now we are at it, trying to translate it in Tamil also. So Michael Singer's example about how he took to medical transcription and made billions of dollars in the process is a very stark example of how you can activate your chakras, improve your own levels, and then you will start getting all the facility of intuition, clairvoyance, everything, ESP especially. So with this, I just conclude. Thank you, Hari, for the excellent presentation today. Thanks to all the people here.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for introducing me to a new book. Now that's on my list. I was taking the note of it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So, friends, is there any other questions, or can we end the session?
All good. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Hari sir, and thank you everyone. Thanks for attending the program. So, thank you. So we can meet next week with another wonderful topic, same time. Thank you.